I am the walrus.
Hello and welcome back to A Muggle's Perspective. Listeners, it is great to be back with you as we go through now Chamber of Secrets, the second Harry Potter book. I have my friend Braden here with me. Braden knows nothing about Harry Potter outside of what he experienced over the last few months about Sorcerer's Stone. Braden, how the heck are you?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm good. It's really good to get back into recording real episodes. It's been a while since we actually read chapters and recorded a normal episode, so I'm kind of excited to get back into it.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a long time. I mean, how many weeks ago did we watch the movie?
We watched the movie about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
That episode hasn't actually dropped yet for our listeners, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
So they should be hearing that by this weekend, is what I'm hearing. It should be produced by our producers, our beloved producers, Jeremy and Jessica, got a little busy, which is understandable.
Absolutely.
So you guys can be looking forward to that still, but not after hearing. By the time you're hearing this, you will have already heard that.
Yes.
Which is good. And seen the video footage of us watching Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah. So that should be kind of interesting.
Wow. A resounding endorsement from Braden. That should be dead silent. Kind of interesting. Did you not like the movie?
No, I thought it was great. I really did. I enjoyed the movie. I thought, what year did we say that it was produced?
It was like 2001.
Yeah, early 2000s. So I thought for early 2000s, and trying to remember back like other movies around that time, like the CGI or lack thereof was, I thought, pretty impressive for that time.
Yeah, I think it holds up really.
There were some instances of acting that it was like, yikes, hope they get better. But I would say the main characters did a great job for being like little kids.
Yeah, so you have to couch it. I mean, it's relative. They're not being nominated for Academy Awards, but they're little kids.
Yeah. I think producer Jeremy pointed out the Weasley twins, terrible actors in the first movie.
Yeah, the twins, they
they
struggle.
they're real bad, so hopefully they get better. But
yeah,
they did their part. They weren't that important in the first story.
Oh,
so
man, but you can't, what's life at Hogwarts without some laughs? Gotta have those twins.
Yeah, no, they're great. They're necessary for sure, but the acting could improve. So, but overall, yeah, enjoyed the first movie. Looking forward to the second part of the story. Remind me, how many do we have? 8 books?
There are 7 books, 8 movies. Mm-hmm.
8 movies. Okay,
so
cool.
The last one was split into 2.
Yep. Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Deathly Hallows, is that right? Yep. Because I have seen the only Harry Potter experience I came into this podcast with was seeing the first one with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Which was about as confusing as it gets as far as.
I'm told that you basically forgot all
of
that anyway, so.
Yeah, I remember. I think I remember seeing Snape, or not Snape, but Voldemort.
Same thing.
Yeah, virtually. So I kind of had an idea of what he looked like before we started reading, but yeah, other than that, don't remember much.
Well, along with taking a break from recording, it's been a little while since we recorded, we also took a week or 2 off of Facebook posts. So we have gotten back into that. We've gotten back into Meme Monday and Witch Wednesday, and so that means we have a Trivia Tuesday for you, Braden.
Oh boy. All right.
You're just really hitting this episode just full of excitement.
Well, this segment is also just like, let's embarrass Braden.
Well, that's this show. So
that's the whole podcast.
Now that we know what the big twist was, which is that it wasn't Snape getting the stone for Voldemort, it was...
No, it was Professor Quirrell.
It was Quirrell, so now...
Who's not an old man.
No, he's a young man. In honor of Professor Quirrell, what was his first name? Professor...
Oh man, I actually feel like if we had enough time, I could probably think of this.
I've got time.
What is his name? Can you give me the letter it starts with?
It's a Q.
Is it like it ends in like an us, right?
It does.
Quiverous?
No, you're close. It's queerness. Yeah.
Queerness.
So no wonder we
Dang
don't
it.
say it a lot, because he probably doesn't encourage people. Like, just call me Quirrell. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Queerness squirrel.
probably wouldn't throw that one out in front of little kids.
Queerness
but-
squirrel. Rest in pizza. So we also were sponsored for episode 9, which is super exciting. We still encourage you to
Boom.
visit emilyaustindesign.com, etsy.com/shop/emilyaustindesign. Some cool
Yeah.
Hobbit house paintings, right, were your favorites?
That was a big one for me. That one really spoke
Good
to
art
me.
term.
We're all hobbits at heart.
Agreed.
So
So make sure to use code MUGGLE at checkout for 10% off, and so that she knows that we're the ones that sent you, and she will sponsor us more. So thank you so much, Emily. We really appreciate your patronage.
thank you, Emily.
And now we're in Chamber of Secrets. Sorcerer's Stone is behind us. We're into Chamber of Secrets, where Harry has Chapter 1, The Worst Birthday. How good or bad was his birthday, Braden?
Well, it's not even really a birthday. Like, to me, for it to really be, for you to be able to say, like, yeah, it's my birthday, like, someone has to acknowledge it other than yourself. I mean, that's not actually true, but yeah, they just completely ignore him. Other than Dudley. Dudley does make a point of telling him, hey, I know it's your birthday, but I'm not going to tell anybody.
Just to make a dig at him.
And yeah, just to point out that none of your friends are here or have tried to contact you.
So not a great birthday for Harry. He wakes up on his birthday to an argument at breakfast because Uncle Vernon is mad at him. Shocker.
Yes. And I'm looking back to what actually starts
So this
the
is page
argument.
1.
Okay. Oh,
come
hashtag
on, read the
Hedwig probs. Yep. So Hedwig is bored, which is understandable if you're an owl. You just can't be in a cage all day. Can't be caged up like that.
Yeah, literally all day.
So she's like,
Hedwig's
is it a she? Is Hedwig a she? Yeah. She is hooting at night and just causing a real ruckus, and Uncle Vernon is not having it.
No, do you think this is reasonable? Do you understand Uncle Vernon's side? It's 3 times this week he's been woken up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Like, I'm not on team Uncle Vernon, but if I'm getting woke up in the middle of the night multiple times by an owl, it's like, we got to do something about this thing.
But then Harry gives a solution. He says, well, let him out occasionally. Let her out occasionally.
Yeah, but that could lead to some magic, so you can't do that.
Really? Like, I don't get Uncle Vernon's exact rationale there. That could lead to magic? That's going to lead to what?
Well, I never said he was intelligent. I just understand.
That's how Harry gets the magic.
I understand his...
The owl delivers him magic pellets.
Yeah. I understand his frustration with the owl. So him being kind of dense to begin with is probably thinking, like, yeah, we're not even going to go there with the owl. You just need to make it shut up.
But, I mean, if you have a problem, you have to be open to solutions. Here's this problem, and my solution is yelling. Like, I'm just going to yell at you.
Yeah, again, logic and intelligence isn't... I'm not defending those areas for Uncle Vernon. I am defending his frustration with the owl. But yeah, he should maybe be open. So
then we get a little bit of you forgot the magic word. That kind of sets things off.
Yeah. So there's still a little flash of Harry's newfound confidence from Hogwarts, because something I was talking to you about before the episode.
Muggle's perspective before dark.
Just before dark. It's just interesting how like fearless and brave Harry is in Hogwarts, and immediately once he steps back onto Private Drive, he's powerless and back to just basically living in the cupboard.
Yeah, it's a totally different lifestyle for him.
So it's kind of frustrating as the reader because at Hogwarts, like, he's not afraid to get into trouble. He's not afraid to break rules. He's getting a handle on his effectiveness as a wizard, and he comes back here and like as I was telling you, there's just times throughout these first couple chapters where, or at least specifically the first one, where it's like, man, just try it out. Like, use your magic. What are they gonna do to you? Are they really gonna expel Harry Potter? Like, probably not.
You never know.
So, but not to jump too far ahead, but at the end we find out that they do pay pretty close attention to when you're using that magic, and they're not happy about it. So
yeah, that letter comes pretty quickly.
Yeah. So he did the right thing in holding off, but you do kind of wish he would just turn the Dursleys into pigs.
Yeah, I mean, all he did was say, "You forgot the magic word." Dudley falls off his chair. Dudley falls.
Do we know if that's because of what Harry said, or just like his balance is really off because of the weight problem?
Yeah, it could be either. It does say, which shook the whole kitchen. So.
Yes. Also, do we know, is he still a pig?
No, remember they took him the same day they dropped Harry off at the train. They took him to a private doctor in London who did private doctor surgery.
Yeah. Who apparently can reverse becoming a
He's
pig.
Like, you need a pigtail taken off? I know a guy. He's very discreet.
So yeah, we this is life at the Dursleys.
So yeah,
kind of what
Harry's
we expected.
Only
honestly.
respite. Well, he goes back to his room and he sings "Happy Birthday to Me." Happy birthday to me.
Really sad. This is a real low point for Harry and fans of Harry.
So here on page 7, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. No cards and no presents, no cake, no anything. How is it that Harry doesn't get anything from Ron, Hermione, Hagrid?
I know, especially because, I mean, Ron's family barely knows Harry. They met him at the train station and they sent him a sweater for Christmas. So it was like, I was at least expecting something from Mrs. Weasley.
Yeah, so at the time, did this kind of surprise you?
Yeah, at the time. Like, you could tell something was off. Because there's no way Ron and Hermione just, like, dropped Harry from their memory.
Yeah, Harry's almost worried that they weren't actually his friends. They didn't seem to miss him.
They were just riding the coattails of his fame.
I guess so. They're using him.
Okay, we'll get noticed if we hang out with Harry.
That's what Ron needs to get noticed. So, and even before that, the Dursleys are like, "Oh no, today's a big day," and Harry, the little like abused puppy, is like, "What? It's a big day? My birthday's it's such a big day. We're gonna have a dinner party. Make a big drill deal."
Yeah, so there's a big construction contractor in town, Mr. Mason, and Uncle
Dursley. But they have everything like scripted out. What are you gonna say here, Petunia? What are you gonna do here, Dudley?
Yeah, this was hilarious. Especially not so much that they were scripting it out, but how well Mrs. Dursley and
Dudley.
Shoot
Dudley.
How well they knew their lines. Well, maybe.
Well, Harry's got his line. What will you be doing? I'll be in my bedroom making no noise and pretending I'm not there. So Vernon says exactly. In the movie he says, "To right you will," which I really like.
Yeah, so he's just got to go hang out with Hedwig, pretend he doesn't exist. So this is the worst birthday of all time.
Well, I mean, for his last birthday, he was laying on... He started it out laying on the ground next to Dudley's couch in, like, the shack in the middle of the storm in the middle of the ocean. But then he found out he was a wizard, so...
Yeah, and he got to meet Hagrid, so that'd be a pretty cool birthday.
So Harry, his only move is to go outside. He's like, I'm just going to go and stand and stare at a hedge. That is my entertainment.
Yeah. So within the hedge, we've got some big green
Yeah, the
eyes,
hedge was staring
apparently.
back, page 8. 2 enormous green eyes had appeared among the leaves. What did you think when you first read this?
I had no sort of guess really. It was just like it was almost kind of like an annoyed feeling of like, oh, so like bushes are magic now.
Okay.
Like
All right.
where does it end, J.K. Rowling?
We got
Where does
dragons,
it end?
we got centaurs and then bushes.
Yeah, like we're kind of going downhill here.
She already ran out. She ran out of good ideas
So
in
yeah,
the second book.
yeah, it's like, is this how we're starting the second book? Because I don't know if I can go any farther with that. But turns out
Yeah, it turns
it's
out.
actually Dobby, who I was interestingly or funny enough wanting to. That was one of my questions at the end of book 1. Is when the heck does Dobby come on the scene? Because he was a character I kind of vaguely knew.
He's on
before all
our.
this.
He's on our cover art.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had seen what he looked like, wondered what he was, what his relevance is or was. So, yeah, my question
Well,
got
Harry goes
answered
to investigate
pretty
the Dobby situation when Dudley comes in. I know what day it is. I know what day it is.
quickly. Yeah.
I know the days.
I know what.
You thought I didn't know the days,
Well
but
done.
I do.
I know all of
Harry
them.
does say, well done,
All
you finally
7.
remember the days of the week. So that's good. Sassy Harry. Today's your birthday. How come you haven't got any cards?
Haven't you got any friends at that freak
That
place?
is that's pretty bold of Dudley to talk about Hogwarts, because I mean he heard the word
Yeah,
magic.
because at this point they don't
He
know
heard
that
the
he's
word
not
magic
allowed to
and
use
fell
magic.
out of his chair earlier, and now he's like, "So what's up with Hogwarts? You want to talk to me about Hogwarts?"
Yeah. Again, I don't think the apple falls too far from the tree in terms of intelligence. Dudley does seem like a chip off the old block there.
Yeah. So
Daddy's
Harry
daddy's
threatens
son.
to do magic to light the hedge on fire, and Dudley's like, "You can't. You're not to do magic." And then Harry, this is just my favorite thing, maybe my favorite quote of the whole series. Harry goes, "Jiggery-Pokery, hocus pocus, squiggly wiggly."
Mom!
I will never not see Jiggery-Pokery and not just get a big grin on my face. Because like that's what Dudley's idea of a magic word is Jiggery-Pokery.
Yeah, we need to start working that phrase into more of these
Jiggery-Pokery
episodes.
is not Codswallop.
Jiggery-Pokery.
Oh, Jiggery-Pokery.
Which it says
Yeah.
that Harry said in a fierce voice, which I can imagine is a pretty funny scene in the
Jiggery-Pokery.
movie.
Um,
That was more like a rap voice.
you know me with my fierce rap voice. I mean, I'm not the one. You're the one that has a long and storied career of rapping that can be found on YouTube.
Long is not a good
Storied, though.
word. Storied, yes. Legendary, maybe.
What
You
would
can
our
decide,
listeners
but
need to search on YouTube to find this?
The fact
Is
that
it
you
le-
think I would
Is
actually
it lemonade?
that
Something like that?
or
Lemonade. I would look for
I don't even remember. I've tried to
Jiggery-Pokery.
really-
Zurawski. He's got to have a YouTube page. It's got to be on there somewhere. And
Yeah, which speaking of Jake, he is a great friend, but the only knock I have against that guy, I've asked him repeatedly to wipe that from existence.
no,
And he
because I
just
keep
won't do
asking
it.
repeatedly to make sure that I have 7 hard copies of it.
Yeah, that's just the time. You know, you look back sometimes at stuff you've done.
I think the song is called Baby Joplin. Baby Joplin? Okay, anyway, we'll look it up. We'll put it in the show notes. Producer Jeremy, we'll get that in there, and it's going to be great. Okay, Dudley goes to Aunt Petunia. He's like, Mom, he was going to do magic. Aunt Petunia's like, well, he didn't.
He was gonna
Petunia
light the
knew
bush
he
on
hadn't
fire.
really done magic, but he still had to duck as she aimed a heavy blow at his head with the soapy frying pan. So she was just gonna murder him, and then she gave him work to do.
What? He's doing magic? Get the frying
And
pan.
she just makes him work. Dudley lolled around watching and eating ice cream for hours while...
I can just sort of imagine, like, it says Harry's out there, like,
Mhm.
weeding the garden or whatever, the flower bed, and I can just sort of imagine, like, Harry kind of looks over his shoulder, and Dudley's just standing there with, like, ice cream running down his face, and he can't hardly get the first, like, chunk of ice cream swallowed before he's trying to shovel the next
he's
one
full, and he
into his
starts just,
mouth.
like, bathing in ice cream. Like, he's just rubbing his face just
Yeah.
so Harry can't have it.
Yeah, like, he can't really... He doesn't want to scoop the end,
Mhm.
like, the last bits of it out, so he's just trying to, like, put the little bucket of ice cream on his head. Yeah.
That's probably honestly what happens. So, but Dudley actually gets to him. Dudley had said the very thing Harry had been thinking himself. Maybe he didn't have any friends at Hogwarts. Like, where is the self-confidence that Harry had one book ago?
That's what I mean. It's like he comes back and
Yes.
can this lead into my beef?
Braden's beef.
This isn't that different from previous beef I think I've had, but I just don't understand why Harry has to go back to the Dursleys for the summer.
You don't see any redeeming qualities?
No, like why if Dumbledore and Hagrid really care as much as we kind of think they do from the first book, like going and pulling him out of the Dursleys, and Hagrid comes to get him, and they take him shopping and get him all ready for Hogwarts. Like he's the Harry Potter. We got to bring him in. Like, why would you send him back to the Dursleys?
Why indeed?
Why can't he go stay with Ron or Hermione?
Do you have an idea? Do you have a prediction, or is it just a beef? You think it's a plot hole?
I mean, it's just a beef.
That's fair.
I don't know if maybe it has something to, that plays into the story later on. I can't really imagine how, but
It's okay, Braden. Don't cry.
I don't know. What if Uncle Vernon was in Hogwarts at one time and got kicked out?
Okay, good.
And so he's got this real, like, anger and hatred towards magic and Hogwarts and all that.
I am updating your previous prediction that he had been involved with magic to that he attended Hogwarts.
Yeah, but just couldn't handle it, so he went into drill sales.
It's the next best thing.
You know how it is. Yep.
Uncle Vernon expelled from Hogwarts, hates magic now. Got it. I'm into it. So Harry finally gets done manuring the car or whatever. I have maybe never, maybe once washed a car by hand, and I've definitely never manured like a garden. So these things just run together.
I don't think I've ever manured a garden either. I've spread fertilizer.
You're a farmer. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but... Yeah. Okay.
He repaints a bench at one point. They're just giving him a lot of trust here.
I've never done that. Yeah. That is one... That's a good point. Like, they put him out to do all this work, but it's, like, definitely cosmetic stuff for the Dursley place of residence, so it's interesting to me that they allow Harry to take care of that stuff.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. Maybe she's watching him and we just don't know. I love that at the bottom of page 10, eat quickly, the Masons will be here soon. Harry had just seen, like, all of the food. There's a pork loin is in the oven. He's like, yes. And Aunt Petunia points to 2 slices of bread and a lump of cheese on the kitchen table. Eat your freaking food, you idiot wizard boy. I got some bread. That's what wizards eat, right?
I can imagine, too, she was like, oh, shoot, I gave you 2. And then, like, takes one of the slices away and just throws it in the
How do
trash.
you eat do you just wrap your slice of bread around the lump of cheese and go, like, sad taco?
Yeah, I think you make, like a mini sandwich.
But it's
like a mini
lump
cheese
shaped.
sandwich.
It's not like a slice of cheese.
Yeah. Maybe if he takes it outside and...
I imagine
lets
that
it
he's,
melt
like,
a little
eating the
bit.
world's saddest combo. You know, those, like, pretzel with cheese and sauce inside of them? He's eating the world's saddest combo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like a white trash
Little
combo.
Winging on Perfect Drive, the white trash. Okay, so he goes up to his room. Uncle Vernon, remember, boy, one sound. And so Harry goes inside, closes the door. Uh-oh, there's somebody on his bed.
There's a hairless cat on the bed. He has giant eyes.
Yeah, basically. So, we want to do a segment here, a new segment that we will start doing forever, hopefully, unless you guys hate it, in which case tell us. Just email us. We miss you, listeners. We don't hear from you enough. Email us. We want to know how you like this segment. It's Braden's favorite quote. So I would be, are you, as I am, Braden, open to letting a listener rename this section?
Yes. I want the listeners to rename this section.
We want to know what to call this, Braden's favorite quote. So I did spend an entire class period once trying to figure out a word that rhymes with beef. Braden's beef and Braden's leaf. There's just nothing good. There's just nothing good. No, I Googled words that rhyme with beef.
Yeah, nothing coming to
This
mind.
happened. Anyway, we're going to do Braden's favorite quote at the end of every chapter to kind of transition us into the next chapter. What is your favorite quote from chapter 1? What page?
So we're looking at page 6 of Chamber of Secrets, and the Dursleys are reciting their lines for the dinner conversation with the Masons, trying to slang them drills. Get the pen to paper, get a signature. So Uncle Vernon is kind of quizzing his wife and Dudley about, what they need to say, their lines for the dinner conversation. And Dudley just has a showstopper, and I thought it was hilarious. So I'll start kind of halfway through the conversation. Harry says, "I'll be in my room, making no noise, pretending I'm not there." "Precisely. Now we should aim to get in a few good compliments at dinner. Petunia, any ideas?" "Vernon tells me you're a wonderful golfer, Mr. Mason. Do tell me where you bought your dress, Mrs. Mason." "Perfect." "And Dudley, and here's my quote, how about, we had to write an essay about our hero at school, Mr. Mason, and I wrote about you." So
That's not believable.
So,
There's no way Dudley's ever written an essay.
like, if I'm Mr. Mason, I leave after that.
He's like, what is this?
Like, what's wrong with your son?
What's happening? Your son is broken.
I am a contractor for a construction company. I've never met him. Like, do you not let your son watch sports or movies, or why am I his hero? I'm leaving. This porcelain sucks.
Well, it said it was sizzling. What sizzles and then doesn't end up good? I don't know. Dudley got really fat on something. Her cooking might be okay.
It's the tubs of ice cream instead of the chores.
The tubs, plural. The bathtubs of ice cream.
Yes, tubs. Yeah.
Before we go to chapter 2, I also would like to get a prediction in here. You came up with this prediction, and I'm going to make you predict it. What does Hagrid do with his summers off? Say what we're all thinking.
Well, he joins the Hogwarts softball team for the summer, and quickly gets kicked off because he loses all the softballs. He just hits them into orbit.
Okay.
No, I think he probably kicks back with a few brewskis from time to time. May get into the harder stuff on the weekends. And I imagine...
No, so is he at Hogwarts? Does he go anywhere?
I don't think he goes anywhere. He might take like a week-long vacation over to wherever they sent the dragon to, like just in search of the dragon, in search of
Romania.
Norbert. Almost said Norman.
Yeah, Norbert.
Yeah, I could see him taking a vacation, just wandering around, trying to figure out how to read a map and trying to find Norbert.
Asking muggles for directions.
Yeah, and then other than that, I think he hangs out and drinks and makes sure that Hogwarts is clean and ready to go for next year's students.
That's a boring prediction. Thank you, Braden.
What do you think he does?
I mean, I want you to think that he is like...
I said he joins the softball team.
Okay, but then you said no, but seriously. Is that real? I mean, the problem is that they definitely don't play softball in England.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Wood didn't know what baseball was. Or basketball. He didn't know what basketball was. So that's the only problem with that.
That's
but
true.
There could be some...
So maybe they have like rec league
Yeah, it could be a
Football.
wizard in football. we
Football.
are now in Mexico.
It's World Cup season, folks.
Um,
And since the USA sucks, I'm Team Mexico.
Mexico, you're not rooting for England?
No, more so England. I saw that like Landon Donovan came out and endorsed Team Mexico, so I was
He
like,
did.
does that mean that I have to? Because
did like
he's the only good American soccer player ever.
Okay,
That-
Clint Dempsey has something to say about
Yeah, that's not true. I shouldn't have said that, but I'm a little angry that they couldn't make the friggin' World Cup.
it. Christian Pulisic. I don't know. Good. Okay, so we are on to chapter 2. Chapter 2, Dobby's warning. So
Chapter
this is the
2.
part where I sit back and unplug
Dobby.
my mic and you just talk about Dobby.
Dobby.
What questions do you have about Dobby? What observations do you observe about Dobby?
I don't think. Yeah, so I had kind of wondered what Dobby was to begin with. That question's not really answered other than that he's a house elf. So
Yeah,
that's just
so-
a thing we should know what that is.
What do you know about house elves now?
I know that they are basically entrusted to a family for their whole life. And it seems like they might be abused, or at least Dobby is, because he's very, like, is very convinced that he has to punish himself. Multiple scenes throughout this chapter, he's beating his own head against, like, the window and the wall for, like, even beginning to speak bad about the family he serves.
Well,
So,
what's a day in the life
is there
of a
anything
house
else I'm
elf?
missing
Why
that
does
we
the
now
family
know
want one?
about elves?
Just
house
to
elves?
abuse?
Yeah, everybody needs to take their anger out on something. No, I'm kidding. That's not true. Is this explained in detail? I'm looking for the page.
It might not. He says serve. I serve a family.
Yeah, so
So house elves cook, clean, do the wash dishes, do the laundry.
it's the equivalent of like a nanny or a butler or something.
Yeah, house elves are servants.
Yeah. So Dobby is a weird looking, like, hairless cat thing in a pillowcase
Yeah, I like that picture of him.
that does all your chores you don't want to do.
Yep, because he has to. Hey listeners, we just wanted to take a minute to put ourselves out there and let you know that we have opened up a Patreon page.
Yeah, so this is an awesome opportunity for you to engage even further with Rogge and I in a Muggle's perspective. It includes perks like patron shoutouts, special patrons-only episodes, a bi-weekly newsletter, and more.
Please give me a reason to write a bi-weekly newsletter. And we're even going to give you a chance to appear on episodes if that is something that you're interested in.
We want you as our guest. So if you're interested in learning more about this and becoming a patron, please visit our page. It's www.patreon.com/mugglesperspective.
That link's on Facebook. It's in our show notes. Should be easy to get to. We try to make it fun and entertaining, even the site itself, going along with who we are as a podcast. So definitely consider it. Thank you so much.
Some of the questions that came up reading this, like, obviously he's in awe of Harry Potter. He like breaks down into tears that Harry is like respectful of him and allows him to sit on his bed. And this is, I guess, more of the skeptical, cynical side of me, but I was just kind of wondering, like, is this all an act? Because the whole point of Dobby being here is he wants to try and warn Harry not to come back to Hogwarts. Says there's danger there, Harry could die. It's just a bad idea to go back to Hogwarts, which makes no sense.
No sense. That makes no sense to you.
It makes no sense to me. Obviously, yeah, there's danger in that Voldemort is still out there somewhere, but, like,
You're not scared of Voldemort.
I think Harry did just fine the first time around. In his current form, no.
That's true.
The best he could do was come back on as part of Professor Quirrell's head. Queerness, Quiverous.
Queerness.
Professor Quirrell. I'm not saying he won't get stronger. He obviously will, but I think Harry's up to the challenge. He just defeated him the first round as like what is he, 11, 12? Just turned 12?
Yeah, he just turned 12.
So, like, yeah, there's danger, but there's also danger walking down the street or living in the household of the Dursleys. So, yeah, he about got destroyed by a
Yeah, there really is. Just about got frying
household
pan.
item.
So Dobby is a lot of things. He's wearing a pillowcase. Does that mean anything to you?
So, that can mean one of two things. As I alluded to earlier, the family could be similar to the Dursleys in that they're just like abusive and don't care. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we need to get new pillowcases. Let's throw these old ones out. No, cut a hole in the top of that one and throw it on the house elf. He needs a new get up. Needs some new threads. Or he could be coming from a really poor family.
Interesting. That's all they have. That's their best pillowcase. He has to take it off for them to put it on their pillow every night.
That's the best one. Or he is their pillow. He does live to serve.
Oh, he looks bony. He doesn't look soft and comfortable.
Oh, maybe if he like curls up in a ball, it's not that bad.
Maybe. Or he like magics himself softer.
He can do magic. He makes the bowl of pudding float.
Right.
So my whole thing, like I said, kind of skeptical, but I was wondering like whose side is he on? Is he a pawn in somebody like Voldemort's game? You know, like is he a little minion of Voldemort's, or I don't know.
Well, Harry asks him about Voldemort. Here, I'm on the bottom of page 116. He says, "You can't tell me I understand. You can't tell me." Okay, because we're skipping some of the good Dobby stuff. Dobby beats himself. He punishes himself all the time for what?
For speaking against his owners, right?
For disobeying, for saying bad things about them,
Yeah.
for trying to answer some of Harry's questions.
Yeah. That's what I mean. So he's either been like severely abused or
He's really putting on a show.
yeah.
So
that's what I was toying with in my head the whole time. Is like, is this just a show?
But there's a side effect here of him hurting himself, which is that Mr. and Mrs. Mason can hear what's going on in this bedroom.
Yes. Not good, since Harry was supposed to be upstairs, not making a sound and pretending he didn't exist.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that Dobby is not doing Harry any favors here.
No, Dobby made a funny choking noise and then banged his head frantically against the wall.
He slams himself with a lamp at one point. Is that in the book or just in the movie? What's the first?
Yes, and then at the bottom of 17, before Harry could stop him, Dobby bounded off the bed, seized Harry's desk lamp, and started beating himself around the head with ear-splitting yelps.
Nice. Beats his head on the window on page 14. So he hurts himself. He has to obey his masters. He is trying to warn Harry that something is afoot at Hogwarts. So where did I say I was? On the bottom of 16. Okay, so Harry's trying to get some information. You can't tell me, I understand, but why are you warning me? Hang on, this hasn't got anything to do with you-know-who, has it? Just shake your head or nod. And Dobby shakes his head. So what's going on, Braden? If this isn't about you-know-who. He says, "No, not he who must be named, sir," and his eyes get all wide. He's trying to give Harry a hint. It's not he who must be named. So what kind of hint could he be giving?
Well, does Voldemort have another
Does he have more people on his side of the more dark
worshipper,
wizards?
basically, kind of like Quirrell was? And yeah. He's definitely got more on his team than just Quirrell.
So you think that Dobby's warning him that some Voldemort-adjacent bad guy is planning to whatever.
Yeah, which you knew was coming anyway. Like, Voldemort's not just gonna stop. Like,
Yeah.
Shoot, he got Quirrell. Well, I guess there's no hope for me.
Okay, so Dobby's giving him a hint that someone related to him, but it's not Voldemort himself. And Uncle Vernon comes in, which is great. Okay, then Harry's like, "You see, it's so bad here. It's awful here. I've got friends, And Dobby says, "Friends who don't even write to Harry Potter." What was your reaction to this?
Yeah, taking a real shot there. Obviously, that's a soft spot for Harry right now.
I mean, how would Dobby know?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I feel like I don't know whether to trust Dobby. Like, I feel like he's playing the whole, like, look, I'm small and weak and I'm very obedient and I'm in awe of Harry Potter and I would never hurt anybody and that whole, like, shtick. And I don't know if I'm buying it.
Yeah, because he's been hanging out by Privet Drive, by their house, and snagging letters that try to come.
Yeah, and then he kind of screws Harry over with the whole pudding thing.
Yeah, we got what I labeled that the pudding fiasco.
Yeah.
So pudding, did we already talk about this? Pudding means dessert in British English.
In British.
That's what it's called, right? British English? Yeah, whatever. Pudding means dessert.
Okay.
But in this case, I think it also literally means pudding. Where's the description of it? Aunt Petunia's masterpiece of a pudding, the mountain of cream and sugared violets. So this is on page 19. We've got some sugar flowers on there. It's a bunch of cream. I'm guessing it literally is pudding based on the fact that it's in a bowl and it dumps out the way that it does.
Yeah, some sort of like jello-y pudding type stuff.
Yeah, it could be Jello for sure. So we've got this pudding, and Dobby's like, Harry Potter must say he's not going back to school. Say it, sir. Say it. Except it's way squeakier. Harry Potter must say.
Oh, no. Is that what he sounds like?
No, that's what I sound like when I'm doing my Dobby voice, though.
No, that's definitely what he sounds like.
He's not going back to school.
That sounds like it hurts.
It's not comfortable. It's just nasal. It's all through the nose. That's what nasal means.
Pudding!
Well, there's the episode title. I was hoping it was going to be Jiggery-Pokery. That's why I wanted to name the title was Jiggery-Pokery, but now it's got to be pudding.
Jiggery pudding.
Jiggery-Pokery. Okay. I'm sorry.
Maybe not.
I'm sorry. Dobby he doesn't give Harry his letters back.
No, which is annoying.
Runs downstairs. He hovers the pudding magically.
Yeah, he's just like floating it above the fridge, like, say it.
Isn't he?
I'll drop the pudding.
He's crouched on top of the corner cupboard, so he's just like up, way up in the sky, up on their cupboard. Okay, dumps it on Harry, and then my guy Uncle Vernon is like, almost comes through. Like, I'm rooting for Uncle Vernon here, right? Are we rooting for Uncle Vernon? He almost saves the day.
Yeah, I'm
Page
looking
20,
for his quote. Yeah.
At first, though, it looked like Uncle Vernon would manage to gloss the whole thing over. Just our nephew, very disturbed. Meeting strangers upsets him.
He lives in the basement. We've chained him to a radiator. Don't quite know what's wrong with him.
He shooed the Masons away. They found some ice cream. I was like, okay, this is going to work. And then
Aunt Petunia was just passing around a box of after-dinner mints when a huge barn owl swooped through the dining room window. Friggin' Hedwig. Dropped the letter on...
Hedwig's a snowy owl. So this is a different owl.
Oh, just a different, male owl.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta watch out for the owls.
So, their dining room, they had a giant dining room window that was open.
Yeah, it must have been a nice summer evening.
I guess.
A nice evening to discuss drill sales.
It's cooler there than it is in Warsaw. We don't just leave the windows open.
Yeah. Can't do that this time of year.
Got a nice breeze.
So
this is the straw that breaks the camel's back. Why?
Well, it drops a letter on Mrs. Mason's head, and she freaks out. And they all decide to leave, so the sale's off. Masons are freaked out. Yeah, despite being Dudley's hero, that's not quite enough.
Mr. Mason stayed just long enough to tell the Dursleys that his wife was mortally afraid of birds of all shapes and sizes, and to ask whether this was their idea of a joke. So Dudley's researching Mr. Mason to write a hero essay, comes across in a super old newspaper, at a library, something about Mrs. Mason being terrified of birds, and he's like, oh no, this is better. This is better. I'm going to bring a bird. That's what he thinks happened here. That they purposely launched a bird through the window.
Well, I mean, you think about what Uncle Vernon looks like, and if you're just meeting him, he's a little off, it seems like.
He's always pulling hair out of his mustache.
Yeah, he's wound a little too tight, maybe. So.
Yeah, maybe. It's his idea of humor.
Yeah.
And what's in this
But
letter?
anyways, they take the letter out, and it is that quick, a letter from the Ministry of Magic back at Hogwarts. And they've received it in intelligence, so apparently they've got agents out on the watch.
It's the Masons.
That hover charm. Oh, good point. Masons are low-key, like, FBI agents for the Ministry of Magic. Yeah. Wow. Not muggles at all. Not construction contractors at all, folks.
Who would actually buy drills?
That was my thing. Like, I don't think that was really thought out that well. Like, I don't know. I'm not a construction contractor, but, like, do you have to individually buy tools at jobs? Like, well, we're going to need, like, 40 drills. Who do we go to?
Maybe back in the 90s.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe just in England.
True.
Yeah. So anyways, the Masons tipped him off, and there's some magic going on.
So there's kind of two things that the Ministry seems to be annoyed with here.
Underage.
One, underage wizards.
Those dang wizard kids. Yeah. Getting the magic out, getting all wild.
As of 1875, can't do magic. And then next paragraph.
Classic. We would also ask you to remember that any magical activity that risks notice by members of the non-magical community, the Muggles, is a serious offense under Section 13 of the International Confederation of Warlocks Statute of Secrecy. Warlocks? I'm sorry?
Yeah, warlocks.
Wait, we're not going to explain that one?
So a warlock is just a term for a male wizard. I'm going to look up the exact definition. The Harry Potter definition. There's a... Okay, good. There's the Harry Potter definition. A warlock describes a wizard of unusually fierce appearance, or it's a title which denotes particular skill or achievement. So it was originally...
So
yes,
Neville.
It was originally someone
Neville
that was really
Longbottom.
good at dueling or good at like martial, like fighting magic. Or someone who had performed feats of bravery.
Yes, so Neville.
Sometimes incorrectly used, interchangeable with the term wizard. So, like, Dumbledore is technically a warlock. It's a title that has been given to him.
You said Dumbledore. Yeah. Did you mean
what did I say?
Neville Longbottom?
Neville.
Okay. You said Dumbledore. Yeah.
So...
Yeah,
it's someone who's like a
fighter
fighty wizard. Usually male wizards, I feel like, but I don't think there's witches that are warlocks necessarily.
So, are there actual warlocks at Hogwarts?
Dumbledore,
like that I've already met.
Yep, Dumbledore and Neville.
And Neville, okay.
They're the ones I know of.
Got it. So, like, they're in all seriousness, they're like the baddest of the bad. Like,
yeah, it's kind of like being knighted. Sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So the problem here is that Harry didn't read this letter first. Uncle Vernon read it first and found out that turns out you're not allowed to use magic at school. Or outside of school.
Mm-hmm. You didn't tell us you weren't allowed to use magic outside school.
Forgot to mention it.
Slipped your mind, I dare say.
Yeah, so he knows that Harry's been holding this over him now. I'm locking you up. You're never going back to that school. If you try to magic yourself out, they'll expel you.
Yeah. Only half a slice of bread from now on.
You're really cutting down your rations. So he, like, goes for it, Uncle Vernon here.
Yeah, he's,
like, just like last summer he lost it and, like, drove them around the countryside. This summer
it's just full-on neglect.
Well, it's like, neglect I feel like is incidental. This is intentional, right? It's deprivation.
Yeah, which I like that you in the rundown titled this section Cat Flap Fever.
I wrote cat flap, and I was like, how do I not write fever here?
Because that's a good point. I don't think I could have held myself back either. because they've literally just got like a little doggy door, a cat flap for like putting his food on the ground or anything else that he needs, just basic necessities. How okay, back to like my beef with this. How is this? Because the people, obviously the people at Hogwarts can see what's going on in terms of like magic being used. They know what's going on with Harry. How is this okay?
It's not.
This is child abuse. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not. It's not okay. Guys, it's not okay.
They let him go to the bathroom twice a day, morning and evening.
So yeah, it's not the worst. I mean, good lord, this is.
So they put the cat flap on. They lock his door. He pays a man to fit bars on Harry's window.
Who do you call for that?
Well,
when you sell drills, you've got a friend in every industry.
I heard you were the guy that had the pigtail removed. You need some bars? I got a bar guy too.
You need some bars, man? You need some bars? I got steel bars. I got iron bars. What kind of bars you need?
So, gold-plated.
Gold-plated.
Yeah, like the neighbors, they're all about the neighbors going to notice this, neighbors going to notice that. And then they don't see the bars in the window?
I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't. Hogwarts is really failing. The higher-ups. The people that make the leaders of student well-being.
Shut it down.
Like, where are the counselors?
Think of the children.
Yes. It's not okay.
Hashtag it's not okay. Okay. So Harry is in the middle of a sad conversation with Hedwig. It's no good turning your beak up at it. That's all we've got. Talking about the soggy vegetables, which were the rest of his soup.
Oh, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
No. Come on, Hedwig. I know. And so he falls asleep and is having dreams about being in a zoo.
Wait, you forgot to mention that he just like opens the can of soup that they put through the cat flap and just drinks it.
Yeah.
Like just.
He drank half in one gulp. It was cold.
Down the hatch, can of soup. Leave a little bit for the owl. Go to bed.
Yeah. I mean, that's a day in the life of a Harry Potter at this point.
Day in the life of a Harry Potter.
He says, supposing he was still alive in another 4 weeks. Like, he's already contemplating his own mortality.
Yeah, he's just like, well, at this rate.
Falls asleep. He dreams of being in an underage wizard zoo. And Dobby's excited. Yay, you're safe there. So Dobby's plan is just straight up working, right?
Yeah, no, he's succeeding.
Dudley rattled the bars of the cage. Isn't that what he did to the snake?
Yeah, he's got a real thing with cages. Tubs of ice cream and cages.
Pity Dudley's future wife, I think.
Not sure where you're going with that, but
I'm going Muggle's perspective after dark, and we're keeping.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay.
Can we keep that after dark?
He thinks that Dudley's rattling the bars, and he leave me alone. No, I'm in a cage. And he opens his eyes. Moonlight was shining through the bars in the window, and someone was goggling through the bars at him. A freckled-faced, red-haired, super ugly idiot. Ron Weasley.
Chewing on a half-eaten turkey leg.
Ron just wearing a gigantic pancake.
With that stupid half smile on his face where he's kind of like wincing one eye. Hello, turkey leg.
He's got a smudge of dirt on his nose. There's some dirt on your nose, did you know? Just there. So Ron, I just have all caps Ron. What was your reaction when Ron showed up?
It was just like, my reaction was, what? Like W-U-T. What? Yeah, I didn't know what to do with that. Like, how did he get there?
How did he know where this house was?
There's all sorts of questions. Like, is Mrs. Dursley waiting outside, or did Ron take the train by himself? First of all, isn't Harry's room on the second floor?
Yeah, it is.
So how is Ron outside the window?
Maybe he's standing on one of the twins, or both of the twins.
Both of the twins. Yeah, and like you said, probably the main question is, how does he know Harry's address? I guess he had been sending him letters, so he did know.
Well,
Like,
but that's via owl. You just when you send an owl letter, you just write Harry
Yeah,
Potter, and then he's like, "Oh,
that's
I'll
true.
find a Harry Potter," and just takes it to him.
Yeah. Good point.
It's the
Um,
same question with Dobby though. How does Dobby know where Harry lives? Because if Dobby knows and Ron knows, then like, does Voldemort know?
Oh, Voldemort definitely knows.
He definitely knows.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
he's Lord Voldemort. He knows all.
Oh no, that's not good. So is Ron? Are we gonna have success here? This is one of my prediction prompts. Ron breakout, success or failure?
Success. We got to get this story rolling somehow. We got to get out of the Dursleys.
No, no
Harry's gonna die
rafts
there.
of owls are coming now. Not this time. It's gotta be. It's gonna be Ron.
It's gonna be Ron.
Just Ron doesn't wake him up. He just stare at. You wonder how long Ron's been staring at Harry.
Probably as long as it takes to mow down on that turkey leg. So I'd give him 10 minutes.
Ron's pretty good though. He can maybe take a turkey leg in less than that. So,
Yeah. Well, you got to think he's got another one, like
that's
in
true.
his
Turkeys do
pocket.
come with 2 legs.
Or like a pocket full of tater tots or something.
Yeah, he's the Napoleon Dynamite of Hogwarts. I remember. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So Ron is coming to pick up Harry. We don't know how. We don't know why. We don't have a lot of predictions. You're just kind of ready. How ready are you to turn the page?
I was pretty ready. Like, I was kind of annoyed that we only did 2
Yeah,
chapters.
I mean,
for
we
this
got to drag it
episode.
out, right? We don't want to finish this series too soon.
Yeah. No, we need to be well into our 40s
I
by
would
the time
be.
we're done
You're
with this.
saying that jokingly, and I would be so happy.
No, I am
have-
fully
I
aware
have
that you would be so
peer
happy.
pressured you into moving to Warsaw. you,
I live in your
you're
basement.
my Harry Potter. This is we go serial killer. Like
Hannah has left me.
Rachel's left me. All I know, we're no longer recording them. I'm just yelling like, "Goblet of Fire, Chapter 17" at you, and you're like, "I'm sorry. It's not okay.
It's not okay.
We're funny. This is funny, you know."
We've full on taken we've fully taken
We're
on
just-
British accents. Like,
we're
that's just how
are
we
British
talk.
now. That's good.
I'm wearing glasses. I somehow have a lightning shaped
somehow?
scar on my
Yeah,
forehead that
okay.
you gave me while I was
Like,
asleep.
Rachel has like a wood burner that I feel like could give you a good lightning shaped scar. Yeah. I braided you.
Yeah, you branded me while I was asleep. Yeah.
But in turkey
We
legs.
only eat pudding. Pudding. Occasionally tater tots if we have friends over.
Who is Dobby's family? That's our last prediction.
Yep.
You got to give me a family.
I knew you were gonna ask.
It doesn't
me
have to
this.
be one that it can be one that we don't know. You can describe a family we haven't met yet if you think that it's one of those, or you can give me a family name.
So I was trying to think of like what other professors could possibly
Be evil. Who's Voldemort jumping into
be
this time?
evil. Yeah. So I was just so confused after the last book on where we stand with Snape.
Snape would have a house elf, right? That's a Snape move.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like Snape is not going to do any of his own chores. So I could totally see, like, Dobby being Snape's house elf. And Snape does not like Harry. He's not, like, plotting against him, but he still doesn't like Harry. And so Dobby overhears all those conversations, like, I gotta take matter into my own claws.
Would Snape abuse the house elf?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it would Snape.
Yeah, I think so.
Snape is Dobby's family. Poor Dobby.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like an easy way out, because I don't know who else to guess. But, yeah, you could imagine, like, being a house elf for Snape. That would suck.
Yeah, it would. Not great. That makes sense, the pillowcase. Okay. So we have a quote. What's your favorite quote from chapter 2? Page 18.
My favorite quote from chapter 2 was was a reference to a joke that Uncle Vernon would have told had Harry and Dobby not gotten into the trouble they got into. Sorry, I'm flipping back to 18. And this is after he asks Harry, "What the devil are you doing?" You've just ruined the punchline of my Japanese golfer joke, which we were talking about before the episode could only be intensely racist.
So, yeah, it's got to be racist.
Yeah, I would have to think that, like, if this wasn't a children's book, we would have gotten the full joke. But
yeah, definitely. Doesn't he say something later like, "Oh, tell them your amusing story about the American plumber"?
Yeah, like there's some obvious roots of racism here in the Dursley family. So
Japanese people are golfers and Americans are plumbers. So I think that's about all we've got. But we are, doing chapters 3 and 4 next week.
3 and 4.
You want to take us out, Braden?
Yeah. So those of you listening, we want to thank you. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We ask that if you did enjoy it, you would subscribe, rate, and review the show. We ask that you'd like us on Facebook. Our Instagram, make sure and check that out, at Muggles Perspective. We, as always, want to thank producer Jeremy and editor Jessica. This is not a possibility without them and their epic studio.
It really, it is epic. We do, again, email us if you have an idea for what to name Braden's segment, his favorite quote.
Or just a segment idea in general.
Yes, true. We do love segment ideas. Thank you, Kyle Dilly.
Dilly.
Dilly. Thank you, guys. See you next time.